Hello people, this is Zippy and welcome to my classroom. Yeah, we're doing so well. Thank you to everyone who is joining our community. And today I am giving you tips on how to improve, guess what? From the title you've seen anyway, your public speaking skills. I know. People think that these are skills that people are just, born with. Maybe there are people who are born with such skills, but for many of us, we've had to practice to just build these skills over time. And the first thing I would tell you to do is practice regularly. Practice in front of a mirror, practice in front of your friends, in front of your family. If you're in school, do lots of presentations at assembly, such things. And then by the time you become an adult, you'll have put in enough hours of practice, trust me. Okay? And coming from somebody who used to hyperventilate, get this bad anxiety when you're on stage, lots of practice has really, really helped. So just keep practicing. People might think you're, yeah, going, but you just practice because you know your end game. And the benefits of public speaking are so many because it could be in any career and you're expected maybe to pitch something, yeah? Make a presentation anywhere, um, whether you're a student or whether you are working. This is a skill that is going to help you. So practice and practice and practice. Second thing, record yourself on video. We are our biggest critics. Have you ever seen for me, yeah, I just watch my videos, when we're doing, checking and our, edits and here and there. And I cringe because I see all the many mistakes I have, made, and you're like, oh God, no, 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 is that me? So we are our biggest critics. So there's no one better, to critique yourself than you. So record yourself before going to speak publicly. If you are, making a speech of any kind, do that. Watch the recording because the difference with now that and watching yourself on the mirror is now on the mirror maybe you're a bit close. Okay, but if you take a recording, a whole video recording, you look at your body language, you're like, oh gosh, no, I shouldn't do my hands like that. Then you realize, if you're like me, you use your hands a lot, so you try and reduce that. Yeah, so you just look at those funny things. If it's your tone, when you're recording yourself, you're like, oh gosh, I hate how I'm saying that word or how I'm doing this. So you just you critic that tone, your tempo, even your dressing. When you're recording yourself, record yourself in the same outfit you're gonna wear when you are making that presentation. Okay, so that way it's easier for you even to notice. Maybe you'll see, okay, that dress is looking funny, those pants are looking a bit yeah, then you can change. Okay, so this is really, really important. Okay, third thing, know your audience. And I see so many people making this mistake. You have been called to make a speech to students at, let's say, the university, but you're talking to them as if they're kindergarten children. Or you are talking to parents, and then you start saying things that you're like, oh gosh, which hole can we hide ourselves in? It's so cringe. Yeah, so get to know your audience. Do not just copy paste because, okay, I did, this speech could even be to almost a similar audience. It was a speech to university students of this uni, and then so now I'll use the same speech to students of this other uni. Those are two different sets of people. Get to know them, get to know what appeals to them, and there's nothing as good as the person talking to you who, feels like they know you, feels like they know the places you visit, the kinds of interests that you have. It creates such a huge difference. Then the audience will warm up to you, because at the beginning everyone is like, so what does this one have to tell us? But the moment you just go, you dive in, people relate with you better. Then you also ask questions. If you're not sure of these people, of that particular audience, get to know a bit about them, you know, way before. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Customize your speech, just tailor make it to suit the needs and interests of your audience. Okay, next point, organize your content. Things have happened, things happen when you go on stage. Let me tell you, sometimes I have, I need to talk to a particular set of people, and then I stand on stage and my mind just goes blank completely. I literally know what I'm supposed to say, but everything just disappears. So just organize your content, because there you're able to know, okay, this is my introduction, okay, these are my main points, and this is my conclusion. So I'm gonna end it like that. I'm gonna put this point here, and write it down if it helps, because this thing of winging it, not everyone is that gifted. Okay, so you want to improve your public speaking. So you see these people who go on stage and then they have a speech and then they tear it, for dramatic effect. Like, oh, I don't need that. So here I am. Then they talk to you. Me, I know if I try that, everything will disappear. So if you're like me, organize everything, put everything down, so that you know, okay, I'm gonna start from here. And then it could even be like in a mind map form, or just little bits and pieces. You don't necessarily have to read the sentences, just as if you're there to read out paper, or whatever you have written. No, you want to yes, customize. You want to be what is the word I'm looking for? Spontaneous. Yes. Okay. But you can be too spontaneous and then forget everything. So yeah, organize. Fifth point, work on your confidence, your body language. Things like eye contact, fidgeting, you are chewing gum just so that, it can distract you from that tension that you're feeling. It doesn't work in your favor, because people will be like, okay, why is this person chewing gum? Well, they're here to address us. Why is this person, doing funny things? They are drawing a map, all those things. It shows people that you lack confidence, and you might have prepared an amazing speech, but if you have no stage presence, you have no confidence, you are not showing us that you're authority in that field, then people will just dismiss you. So do that. And the other day I met a young lady who was talking to me about that and asking me, how do I improve my confidence? I enter a room and I feel like I'm melting. I don't know where to start. I want to hide myself. I want to do everything. And I told her, you know what, I've also been there. I've been in that situation where you're told in class to read a passage out loud and you want to die. You can't even breathe anymore. But put everything aside, okay? That fear, imagine, fear from, in the words of Miles Monroe, is false evidence appearing real, okay? It is false. It is all in your mind. Remove it, put it aside in this other box, and then bring out your Sasha fears, okay? Bring out this inner confidence that everyone knows you have. You just need to fake it, okay, until you make it, literally. Next thing would be master your voice, okay? If you attend these public speaking classes, you're given out the 7 P's of public speaking. So I'm here to tell you the things that work for me. The other P's might work for everyone, but for others. But for me, mastering your voice, because some of us, we might not like the sound of our voice. Some people like the sounds of their voices a bit too much, but you need to find out a middle ground. Are you, sometimes losing it, like your voice going this way, next thing it's, you know, or you're here trying to bring oomph into a particular statement, but because you've not mastered your voice, you don't know how to bring it out using the same voice. You don't even need to have this, great voices like Jeff Koinange. You just need to be yourself. Master your own voice. So here, look at the pitch, look at the pace and the volume. Okay, pitch. Some people have high, have low. These are things you can train yourself. There are so many videos online that help you train your pitch, your pace as well. I think those people who talk very fast, then at the end of it, we've not even understood anything you've said. You are like, yeah, master your voices, the pitch, the pace, the word. No, okay, take us slowly. We want to understand what you're saying. And then now, this is not one of the P's, but volume, okay? There are people who are just so loud, they don't realize where they are, or some are so low, you can barely hear them, okay? So get to know your volume. How do I talk in such a way that when I'm on stage, the entire hall, with whether I have a microphone or not, I can talk and everyone can hear me, okay? So master your voice. This is something you can pay a coach to help you with, or you can do it by yourself. Just slowly take those small steps. The other thing would be control your nerves. Very many people have stage fright. Majority of the people have stage fright. But what do we do about it? Okay, there's so many techniques you can develop. Every person is different. There are people who will take deep breaths, okay? They release and then they talk on stage. There are people who will start counting, backwards, 10, 9, and by 1, their attention has reduced. Find something that works for you. There are people who have, like a fidget spinner. There are people who have to squeeze, what is it called? Squeeze a ball. The people who write, I am those people who write, especially when I'm moderating sessions and having guests with me, so many guests. And I start feeling, okay, things are going a bit, let me write. I start writing and then I calm down. So find what works for you to help you, do these things. Even for this video, before we start shooting a video, it's usually very nerve-wracking, but just deep breaths here and there, then I stop being as nervous. So you try that. Don't just let go of an opportunity to be visible and to speak publicly just because you are scared, because you have stage fright. Okay, very many people, amazing people, I'm sure you've seen, the greats of the greats have stage fright, but despite it, okay, they're able to walk and just kill that speech, okay, in spite of their stage fright. A great tip: start with a bang. And this goes for everything, not just public speaking, even writing. When you're writing an essay, I keep telling my students, start with a bang, start in a way that whoever is reading will feel motivated to read more. And there are people who, when they speak, you just want to listen to them, like, oh, they're either very funny, the people who have a natural sense of humor, and they're able to start. For example, the preacher, Joel Osteen, always starts with a funny story, and then you laugh, and you're there to sit through the whole sermon and listen. So such things, you can just start with a bang. It doesn't have to be a story. It could be facts. It could be these interesting facts or statistics that you have found out, or a quote. Okay, a quote that people are going to be left with, and they're going to wonder, wow, okay, that's what it means, huh? Yeah. And then they are intrigued to listen to you more, okay, and just further, and they look forward, and to your next speech, your next sermon, and someone will even come to you, come up to you later on and ask, have you written a book? I would love to hear your words, read your words a bit more because of, you being such a great orator. Another way to hold your audience's attention is by having long pauses, okay? We also call them dramatic pauses. Yeah, like that, okay? So if you're trying to drive a point, okay, very strongly, and you want to get everyone's attention, even the person who was busy on their phone will stop and look up and listen to you. Anyone who's, dozing, trying to sleep there, will be like, oh, okay, wait, there's a pause, what's happening? That silence brings everyone back. It draws everyone's attention. And so everyone will sit upright and listen to you just because of that pause. And if you are making a speech, that pause is not even just for your audience, but it's for yourself. Sometimes you might start feeling the nerves are coming in, you are scared, you are sweating. Sometimes even I have sweat when I'm on stage. Your palms just, yeah, but just apart from emphasizing that important point, even yourself, you get a pause to collect yourself, collect your thoughts, breathe in and out, and yeah, so you're killing two birds with one stone. Just that long pause has helped to emphasize your point, has helped to get your audience's attention, but it has also helped you just take a breath and then move on. Okay, so dramatic pauses are important. My final point is create a great first impression. Everyone will judge you from the first moment they meet you. And if you have watched my previous episodes, I have been showing you how to dress for success, how to, you don't even have to have a large budget for your wardrobe, but even having just that one dress can be styled in so many different ways that people will not even know that you've been repeating that same dress for such a long time, okay? So how do we do that? By dressing, okay? Dress the part. And one great thing you should not leave out in your outfit, the best accessory, a smile. And I've attended even interviews where you interview someone and they don't smile throughout the interview. Like how? It not only even makes the panelists question themselves, but even yourself, why are you not smiling? I know there are those nerves and everything else, but sometimes you'll see if you go for an interview, someone will try to sort of like lighten up the mood just to make you feel relaxed. Usually most interviews begin nicely, casually, like, hi, how are you? I'm this, I'm so and so weird, to make you like at least let your guard down a bit, relax, don't be uptight, like, oh yes, I'm in an interview, I have to be a certain way. No, smile, relax. People want to see your personality shine. And this is everywhere, not just in interviews, but when you're speaking publicly. Be yourself. Smile. You usually smile in other places unless you don't. But if you can smile in other avenues, why wouldn't you smile when you're speaking publicly? You cannot be talking like, throughout, like that headmistress from the movie Matilda or the book. Yeah, you're not that person, okay? That is the best thing to wear. So you have your amazing outfit that you have, selected for that great day. But without a smile, that outfit is incomplete, okay? And thank you for lasting till the end of this video. I hope you've had as much fun as I have, just, sharing these tips, okay? Public speaking is nothing to be afraid of. So many people have succeeded, okay, speaking publicly despite feeling all these things, despite going through a lot in their personal lives, despite even going into a venue, that looks bad, or the audience even booing them, and so many other things that could go wrong. Don't think of what can go wrong. Be yourself, have fun, engage your audience. Just imagine you're having a conversation with a friend, okay, and let them leave and say, wow, that was the best speaker or best orator or best person to have addressed us in this occasion. Okay, and if you like this type of content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I would really love to hear from you. What do you do? Honestly, what do you do? Or you're just a natural. You're never scared. Okay, most of us are usually scared. We want to run away, but we fake it. Okay, you pretend that you're okay, and guess what? Your mind and everything else gets the memo that yes, we are doing this. We are good. Okay, so I wish you all the best. If you have public speaking, something coming up your way, you're attending an interview, or just whatever it is, an oral exam, I wish you the very, very best. Yeah, and I hope that this has been a lesson that you won't forget. Auf Wiedersehen.